Good morning and welcome back, students. As you know that we are studying the lesson The 100 Dresses Part 1. We have already completed some of the paragraphs in which we have studied that this story revolves around a girl whose name is Wanda Petronsky and she is an Polish American girl. Okay, and the classmates like Peggy and Maddie used to make fun of her by asking the question that how many dresses she has, and Wanda Petronsky used to answer that she has 100 dresses and all are lined up. Okay, now we will continue this lesson. Just a minute. Yes. Today, even though they had been late for school, Maddie was glad she had not had to make fun of Wanda. She worked her arithmetic problems absent-mindedly. 8 times 8, let's see. She wished she had the nerve to write Peggy a note because she knew she never would have the courage to speak right out to Peggy. To say, "Hey Peg, let's stop asking Wanda how many dresses she has." When she finished her arithmetics, she did start a note to Peggy. Suddenly she paused and shuddered. She pictured herself in the schoolyard, a new target for Peggy and the girls. Peggy might ask her where she got the dress that she had on, and Maddie would have to say it was one of Peggy's old ones that Maddie's mother had tried to disguise with new trimmings so no one in the room 13 would recognize it. Now we will try to find out the meaning or what the narrator of the story want to tell in this paragraph. Okay, that day Wanda did not come. After waited for a long time, both the girls, Maddie and Peggy, got late for school. But that day, Maddie was secretly very happy. Okay, because they could not get a chance to make fun of Wanda Petronsky. Okay, she was lost in her thoughts and she was absent minded that day. Okay, she means Maddie. Okay, she was not able to concentrate on her study. All this time she kept thinking about writing a note to Peggy telling her to stop making fun of Wanda Petronsky, which she did write after finishing arithmetic. She wanted to write a note to Peggy because she knew she did not have the guts, she did not have the courage, okay, to say Peggy to face. Means she don't have the courage, she did not have the courage to say it to Peggy face to face. That is why she decided to write down a note to Peggy. Okay, but while she was writing, she was starting that letter or that note. Okay, what happens? While writing the note to Peggy, Maddie shook at imagination. Means she was shuddered. Shuddered means shook in imagination. Okay, of being a new target for Peggy and the girls. She was thinking that if she would tell Peggy to stop teasing Wanda Petronsky, then Peggy would also make fun of Maddie. That is why she was shuddered there. Okay, she was afraid that they would ask where she got the dress from, which was actually Peggy's. Maddie's mother got it transformed with new laces and ribbons so that none of her classmates could identify it. Okay, now this one we have done, that her mother has transformed that dress with new trimmings. Okay, so in room number 13, no one would recognized it, or no one would found that the dress was of Peggy's. Now we will continue it, the next paragraph. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord to stop having fun with Wanda. Oh well, Maddie ran her hand through her short blonde hair as though to push the uncomfortable thoughts away. What difference did it make? Slowly, Maddie tore into bits and note she had started. She was Peggy's best friend, and Peggy was the best liked girl in the whole room. Peggy could not possibly, sorry, uh, Peggy could not possibly do anything that was really wrong, she thought. While writing that note to Peggy that time, as you know, that she was shook, means she was very fearful that she could be the next target. Okay, and after that, what happens? She wished Peggy stopped having fun with Wanda on her own. Okay, that time she decided that she will not interfere. Suddenly, she ran her thoughts. Okay, she had her hand on her head to take away, means to get away from these thoughts about writing the note to Peggy. Okay, and that was a gesture, means when Maddie put her hands in her hair, in her blonde hair. Okay, that time, that was a gesture that she wanted to drive away. She wanted to give away all those thoughts that she would tell Peggy to stop teasing Wanda Petronsky. She said to herself that Peggy is the most liked girl in room number 13. Okay, and she is the best liked girl in the school. Okay, Maddie did not wanted to lose the friendship of Peggy. That is why she decided not to write down that note to Peggy. Okay, that is why she tore that paper and threw it. She was also afraid of losing her friendship with Peggy. Now we will continue the next one. If only Peggy would decide of her own accord. I think we have done it. Just a minute. Yes, this one now. As for Wanda, she was just some girl who lived up on Boggin Heights and stood alone in the schoolyard. She scarcely, scarcely ever said anything to anybody. The only time she talked was in the schoolyard about her 100 dresses. Maddie remembered her telling about one of her dresses, pale blue with colored trimmings, and she remembered another that was brilliant jungle green with red sash. You would look like a Christmas tree in that, the girls had said in pretended admiration. After Maddie has cleared her thoughts about confessing to Peggy, okay, about telling to Peggy that she should not tease Wanda Petronsky, she started thinking about Wanda. She thought that Wanda was just another girl, means just a girl who was living in Boggin Heights, who hardly spoke to anybody. She remembers when Panda talked about her pale blue dress and jungle green dress paired with a red sash. The girls used to make fun of her by saying that she would rather look like a Christmas tree in that dress. Okay, and that was a pretended admiration. Means pretended means false, just to show someone. Okay, now we will move next. Thinking about Wanda and her 100 dresses all lined up in the closet, Maddie began to wonder who was going to win the drawing and coloring contest. For girls, this contest consisted of designing dresses, and for boys, of designing motorboats. Probably Peggy would win the girls' medal. Peggy drew better than anyone else in the room. At least that is what everybody thought. She could copy a picture in a magazine, or some film stars had, so that she could almost tell who it was. Oh, Maddie was sure Peggy would win. Well, tomorrow the teacher was going to announce the winners. Then they would know. We will try to understand its meaning of this paragraph. While the Maddie was thinking about Wanda Petronsky, she thought that a thought came in her mind about the drawing contest, which was for the boys to design motorboats and for girls to design the dresses. Peggy was the obvious winner of that competition, and everybody in that room thought that Peggy is the best artisan in their room. Okay, she could copy exact picture and recognizable portraits of human beings or any star. Maddie was sure that Peggy would win, and the result were to be announced the next day, when everyone would know that what is the actual result. Now next one. The next day it was drizzling. Maddie and Peggy hurried to school under Peggy's umbrella. Naturally, on a day like this, they did not wait for Wanda Petronsky on the corner of Oliver Street, the street that far, far away under the railroad track and up the hill led to Boggin Heights. Anyway, they were they were not taking chances on being late today because today was important. The day when the result was to be announced. It was raining lightly. Okay, drizzling means light rain. Okay, it was drizzling very lightly. So the two best friends ran quickly towards the school without waiting for Wanda Petronsky. Generally, what they do that time? Generally, they used to wait for her. They used to wait for Wanda Petronsky at the Oliver Street. That the way, this is the way from where the way used to go towards the Boggin Heights. Okay, where Wanda Petronsky used to live. But that day, they did not wait there. Okay, even if it wasn't raining that day, they would not have waited for Wanda Petronsky because the result was crucial for everyone. Okay, and the result was to be announced that day, and that was a important day for them. Now we will move next. Do you think Miss Mason will announce the winners today? Asked Peggy. Oh, I hope so. The minute we get in, said Maddie. Of course, you will win, Peg. Peggy asked to Maggie that whether Miss Mason, the class teacher of room number 13, will announce that the winner, who is the winner that day. And Maddie said that when we will reach there, of course, you are going to win there. Hope so, said Peggy eagerly. And that time, Peggy said that I am hoping that I will win that contest. Now, next one. The minute they entered the classroom, they stopped short and gasped. There was drawings all over the room, on every ledge and windowsill, dazzling colors and brilliant lavish designs, all drawn on great sheets of wrapping paper. There must have been 100 of them, all lined up. These must be the drawings for the contest. They were everybody everybody stopped and whistled or murmured admiringly. So what happened when both of them okay both of them reached in the class? There were drawings all over the room and all were very bright and brilliant. They left everyone in amazement. Everyone was surprised to see that, and all the dresses were lined. These were the drawings for the contest. As soon as, just a minute, now this one. As soon as the class had assembled, Miss Mason announced the winner. Jack Bagels had won. The boys, she said, and his design for an outboard motor was on exhibition in room 12 along with the sketches by all the other boys. Means Jack Bagels have won the designing competition from room number 13. Okay, now it was the turn of girls. As for the girls, she said, although just one or two sketches were submitted by most, one girl and room number 13 should be proud of her. This one girl actually drew 100 designs, all different and all beautiful. In the opinion of the judges, any one of the drawing is worthy of winning the prize. I am very happy to say that Wanda Petronsky is the winner of the girls' medal. Okay, when it was the time of the result of girls, that time Miss Mason announced that other students have submitted one or two designs, but there is one student to whom everyone should be proud that she has actually submitted 100 designs, and all the designs are different from others and all are beautiful. When we talk about the opinions of the judges, they said that even every single drawing is worthy of winning the prize. And Miss Mason says that she is very happy to say that Wanda Petronsky is the winner of girls medal. Now next one. These are the dresses you can see here. Unfortunately, Wanda has been absent from school for some days and is not here to receive the applause that is due to her. Let us hope she will be back tomorrow. Now, class, you may file around the room quietly and look at her exquisite tribes. Sorry, executing. Just a minute. Okay, that is exquisite drawings. Now what happens? Miss Mason said that unfortunately Wanda has been absent for many days. Okay, that is why she cannot receive the applause, and that is due, means when she will come to school we will applause her. Okay, and Miss Mason was also hoping that Wanda Petronsky will come to school tomorrow. Okay, and then she said all the students that they can roam around and they can see and they can enjoy the looks or the designs made by Wanda Petronsky. Now next one. The children burst into applause, and even the boys were glad to have a chance to stamp on the floor, put their fingers in their mouths, and whistle, though they were not interested in dresses. Look back, whispered Maddie. There is that blue one she told us about. Isn't it beautiful? Yes, said Peggy. And here is that green one, boys, and I thought I could draw. When the children saw these dresses, all the students burst into applause. Means everyone applauded and whistled and they enjoyed the designs. Maddie and Peggy even saw the blue dress that Wanda Petronsky had talked about, that it was beautiful. Peggy said that I thought I could draw it, which means that the drawings left her in immense admiration. Okay? That is the part 1 of the 100 dresses. It is completed now. There are some comprehensional questions and thinking about the text questions. You will do all these exercises. In our next class, we will complete the 100 dresses part 2.